The best way to watch a mystery such as The Stolen Girl is without any preconceived notions. By avoiding trailers and synopses, I maintained some semblance of uncertainty despite the straightforward show title. While it was clear from the opening sequence who would go missing, there were numerous questions I didn't have answers to. This affected my perception of Rebecca, Holiday Granger, Great Expectations, and what role she could potentially play in Disney Plus's new psychological drama. I've always struggled to invest in miniseries due to their plot-driven nature and the limited character development they often provide. However, Denise Gough, Ender, exudes a genuine authenticity that allows us to connect with Elisa early on, even if we disagree with her choices. My interest peaked when Rebecca and Elisa met during the pilot's opening moments, seemingly showcasing a blossoming friendship between two mothers. It's this instant trust that lays the foundation for the series and fuels Elisa's emotional turmoil as she searches for her missing child. The Stolen Girl Episode 1's revelation is predictable, but necessary. Fred's virtual affair further divides the couple. After Lucia, Beatrice Campbell, is kidnapped, the police launch an investigation into Elisa and Fred's, Jim Sturgis, 21, home life. This prompts the latter to make a fairly predictable confession that falls in line with the story's current trajectory. Fred has been having a virtual affair, but claims that nothing happened beyond texts and phone calls. The mystery woman immediately becomes a suspect, with Fred unable to identify her from the limited camera footage. Fred's betrayal starts an argument that leads to the line I knew would emerge at some point in the series. Elisa's husband claims that he would never have let Lucia stay with someone they didn't know, essentially blaming her for their daughter's abduction. She appears visibly appalled by his words, although it's hard to believe that the mother hasn't been struggling with similar thoughts. Elisa made a bad call by allowing Lucia to sleep over at a stranger's house. There were subtle signs of something being amiss, such as Rebecca's panic when Elisa tried to photograph the girls in their costumes. How much responsibility she should take is up to viewers to decide, but Elisa and Fred's conflict now pits them against one another in addition to Rebecca. Selma's suspicions could become the Stolen Girl's most interesting storyline. The reporter is convinced that Elisa is hiding something. Selma in The Stolen Girl Episode 1. While Rebecca's motivations could also prove to be one of the show's most intriguing aspects, her screen time in the pilot episode is limited. Elisa remains at the forefront of the story, and a reporter named Selma, Umbika Ahmad, Netflix's One Day, believes there's more to uncover about the mom. She insists that Lucia's kidnapping isn't a random crime, but a direct attempt to target Elisa. Selma is seen scrolling through her socials late at night, determined to find something of value. What she might discover could make or break the show, as it must prove to be more than a classic mystery. With so many limited series now available on streaming services, viewers are more selective about which ones they choose. Shows must make themselves memorable to be worth the time investment. The Stolen Girl is off to a decent start, and I'll admit I'm more invested than I thought I would be, but the next 4 episodes will determine whether it stands out within the genre or fades into the background with many others.